Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Work It Out Wednesday. We're going to get Braden in here just a second. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Didn't get a microphone. That's okay. I'm sure we can hear me just fine. Let's see if we can do it this way. Well, hello, Nikki. Thanks for joining us. And Stephanie and April. We're just going to set it up anyways, just for funsies. I feel like it's been heavy the last few weeks. And I think we are overdue for a Work It Out Wednesday. What's up, Steph? What's up, April? Thanks for joining us. So tonight's space isn't just about pretending like everything is fine. But man, do we have to pretend it's fine sometimes just to make it through, you know? Yeah, I feel like it has been heavy. I've had some friends that have expressed how heavy it's been feeling. And I know that I have experienced some heaviness over the last week or two. So, where is Braden? He's going to show up. You're the queen of pretending everything's fine. Ugh. You ready, Braden? Queen of pretending everything's okay. Are we going to call it pretending everything is okay, or that we are able to push through? What do you mean you can't access the buttons? My toolbar is in the way. Well, then push it out of the way. Let's see, buttons. Oh. I think I found my own button. Do.
There we go.
Yay. Oh, goodness gracious. Ta-da. I
But
think we got the flip screen going. Did it on the phone this time. There's no interruption of the live, which is super awesome. How
man.
is it that my phone does better than my laptop does? Mm.
Maybe it's more up to date. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just eating cold pizza.
Yum, yum, yum. So I was
So,
just, jibber jabbering until you popped in.
I know I was trying. I was
Doing a Work
trying,
It
but
Out
my
Wednesday.
my little bar thing doesn't get out of the freaking way. I can't even send comments. Like I have to reply to somebody else's comment just to say anything. It's ridiculous.
How's that?
How's
Ooh, let
what?
me see if I have my laptop right here. What it looks like. April said you can only see your mouth, and
I
Braden
wonder
is
if it's because I have
sideways.
this. Here, sorry, that's my bad. Is that better?
Ah, April says it's better.
All
You look
right.
good.
Thank you. I try.
Just messed with the camera, but my face is in there. Man, it's like real close up. Let me see. Ugh.
I wonder why he does that. See stuff much better. Hello, Stephanie.
Got April here. We got Steph here. It's super close up. It's okay. My face is centered, so that's all I was concerned about.
Right on.
So yeah, how's the week been, Brayden?
It's been
How's the week
busy.
been? Has it been feeling heavy on your side?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. It's been, well, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's been a heavy week. It's been a busy week. But, uh, you know, when you are finding your brain following old thought patterns and like they're thought patterns that you've already recognized, they're already cycles you've broken, or they're cycles that you no
Spoke
longer
too soon.
allow into your life. What's that?
No. You're like breaking up,
Ah,
slowing down, and then it speeds up and catches up with you just like April did that one time.
mm, I have really good connection. I've got, oh, I guess I don't have a great connection. I've only got 2 bars. Hmm. Am I still breaking up?
No,
Okay.
because you're not saying anything pertinent.
Maybe I'll
Something
just,
about brain balls when you're
when you're, oh, your old, old brain thoughts. When your
brain pop.
brain is like having the same patterns of thinking, uh, and they're like old patterns of thinking, and like it's not something you give your energy to, but they're still cycling in your head. That's what my week has been like, and learning how
Mm.
to like sit with it and not react to it, and having patience with it finally like bleeding away. But sometimes it takes an outside action to like do that, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And sitting with the feelings has been a heavy one. A
Mm-hmm.
heavy one. Learning or recognizing that we are about to break a thought pattern. Okay, calm down. We can do this differently. Sit and feel it. I don't want to feel like this. Well, you can't run away from feeling like this. I don't like it.
That, or it's
That's
like,
the
okay, I'm sitting with it. I'm letting the feeling be here, but my brain keeps cycling, and I know if my brain keeps cycling, I'm gonna keep feeling this. But how do I break my brain away from this thought so I can allow this feeling to pass through me and move on?
mm,
Yeah.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
like
Wow.
learning how to retell the story because perspective is everything.
Oh, there we go. Learning how to
If
retell the story. Yes.
if you
Shift
keep
your
saying
word.
the same toxic thing that keeps you stuck, belief that you are stuck and you're never.
Oh, now you're breaking up.
Oh, no, it did it to me.
I
Breaking up.
did a bit. Yeah, a little bit.
I think
You what?
I don't see it. We got through a good portion of it though. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's better. I can hear you better now.
Woo woo! I can see you. I'm just loading.
You're
Hold
loading?
on.
I wouldn't know anyway.
We're loading.
Your picture's black on my screen. Anywho.
Mine's live. Jeanette, but I'm waiting on you. But obviously, I can tell we're waiting on me. What are you shaking over there?
I'm not shaking anything.
I do on myself, I don't know. Okay.
Oh, you're talking to your kid. Makes more sense.
Yes, my dog is in the kitchen scrubbing herself. It's a repetitive noise. They know that I love repetitive noises.
Loud noises. Oh,
Are we all balanced now? Kind of.
don't have to worry about it falling.
Boo, 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 boo. Anyway, so yeah, the stories that we tell ourselves matter.
Mm-hmm. The words
So
we
if we're
use while we're
constantly
telling
telling
our
ourselves,
stories.
mm-hmm, change, or your we can change, and it's really from one lesser to the next. It's not like you're shifting your thought and then all of a sudden you're happy again.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a bit of that, as well as like, uh, finding a way. I don't know. I think part of sitting with the feeling is shutting off the thoughts, not necessarily cutting them out in its entirety, but if you start with just recognizing the feeling and then start making acknowledgments on the feeling versus feeling a certain way and letting your brain run rampant. Because more often than not, when you're letting your brain do that, you're coming up with excuses, scenarios, what ifs. It ties a little bit into like fear mongering of self. So it's recognizing that energy and then learning to shift to just sitting, acknowledging what that feeling is making you feel. That's hard.
Yes,
That's
yes. Sitting
really
with that
hard.
acknowledgement. It is really hard. It is really hard. Like through the week, I was prepping stuff, getting ready for the vendor show and balancing motherhood and also trying to remember to eat. That's a big one. Um, just stopping long enough to eat. And I kept seeing this picture in my head of like, the memes of a mom with a vacuum and dishes over here and her hands over here, folding laundry, patting a baby over here, and her hands are just all over the place. So mom looks like an octopus.
Right, right.
Like
That's
that's just
so
what moms
true.
do. That's just what moms do. You just need to learn how to balance doing this. And it was super anxious energy. And I felt like I was in a hurry and everything was clenched. My jaw was clenched, my shoulders were clenched, like my thighs were clenched. Just it's everywhere. So when I picked things up, it wasn't like a gentle, regular pick things up. I was squeezing things,
Mm.
but I was balancing. I was balancing. I was just balancing because that's just what moms do. Moms do all the stuff. But when I finally took a second and sat down and told myself, I'm overwhelmed, all my muscles relaxed. And I just
Oh,
had to sit with it for a minute and remember what were the important things that actually needed to happen and what things could I push off so I didn't feel overwhelmed.
yeah,
But just
for
sitting with
sure.
that feeling.
I definitely have been feeling that this week with roofing. There's, like with roofing, it's always a squeeze for your day, and you're spending your whole day doing it. Even if you tell yourself you're getting off early, you're not getting off. That's not happening. And you think you've got enough going, and you've got yourself like in a good spot, and you're running and you're doing the things, and then like you gotta stop for lunch. And even if it's only 10 minutes, that 10 minutes turns into feeling like you're an hour behind schedule. And then when you
Mm.
start seeing all the different steps that you still have left over and start chunking out in your mind, you're starting to see, oh man, I really am going to be cutting it close again. Like, yeah, you're racing hours. And so it's learning how to accept that you've got to take your breaks and learning how to bite off more than you chew so that you're actually getting done.
Ugh.
Like it's not saying you're getting done at 5, you're still getting done at 7, but at least getting it to a point where you're not you're not rushing through that last hour trying to hurry up and clean it all up before there's no more lights and you got to get the artificial sun out.
Mm.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like realizing that when you're being strong and resilient and pushing through and admitting that you're pushing yourself to burnout.
Yeah, that's and it may not be you. It may be a boss or a friend, a coworker, your kid. There are those people in those respective areas that may have the capability of doing that to you in some degree. For sure.
Ugh. And realizing when to set boundaries.
hmm hmm Yes, setting
Can't be
boundaries, having
everywhere
time,
all at once.
standing your ground, speaking your mind, all of those things. Mm, for sure. And then, yeah, I guess my other really big one, my other big one that that I've been working with this week, going back to what I was talking about earlier, was it's um how people have shown up in my past and recognizing that pattern in the friendships and relationships that I have now. And
Recognizing what pattern?
the same pattern or indicators. So it may not be the pattern itself, but indicators of the pattern, the red flags, so to speak, if you will, um, from past relationships in seeing those potentials in your present relationships and learning how to like not project that onto your current friendships and relationships, as well as breaking the racing cycle of talking yourself through the pattern that you are starting to recognize. Because a pattern may start the same way, or actions may have, I don't know how to say it, like there may be 15 patterns out there that have a core beginning, and they're not all bad, negative, or toxic. But when you are used to seeing those first indicators turn into something toxic, it's easy for your mind to go. And then with that comes the want and the need to react and lash out, respond in a similar fashion that you did in the past. So, like,
Well,
working on both of those fronts is, I don't know,
right.
it's been a challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I've absolutely, I can relate to that dealing with my ex-husband and when disagreements pop up. I feel that old trigger from, way back when we were married, and it's a hair trigger, and it's like my mind instantly recognizes, oh, this is just like way back when, and it wants to respond in the same manner of like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, we're under attack, like, oh, you need to get your last word in first, like, we are not under attack, Whitney. This is a text message. And we can respond and change things so that, you know,
And you can
we
respond at
remember.
your own pace. That's what I really like about text messaging. It gives you the power to
Oh,
be
yeah.
able to take that pause.
Yeah. But beyond that, like if we recognize the pattern, then we can kind of recognize how responding in the same old way will prompt the same old response that we are expecting.
So responding in a new way will bring
Yes.
the potential for a new outcome.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
that.
And
That's right,
stopping
April.
and pausing long enough
Slowing
to,
down and taking a
yeah.
moment. Sorry, I was reading April's comments about rushing to get ready for a client and then getting the upset stomach. I feel that. Mine was the wooziness. I took too long to take my break for food. I
Oh,
was supposed to
mine
take
was
a break for
angry
food.
today. Ugh, I was running around making appointments and doing my stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, Whitney, you need to eat something. It's okay. When I get home, I'm gonna sit down and eat this. When I get to this place, I'll stop and I'll eat something then. And
Yes,
then I could
I've
feel
been
the
there.
the hangriness coming up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Whitney, eat.
But you don't feel like you have time. And the moment you're like, I got to do this, you start breaking it down. It's going to take me 5 minutes to order. It's going to take me 10 minutes in line. It's going to take me another 10, 15
I was
minutes to
cooking.
eat it. That's what goes through
Yeah. And then when I finally did eat, like, remember to chew, Whitney.
my
Like, oh man, I was hungry.
When
Oh
things
boy.
feel overwhelming. One thought, one step, one task, one day at a time. That'd be a great way to step away from something. Although I'd have to make the one thought last. I'd have to take an action step, get myself stuck on a task, and then have my thought. Yeah.
It just makes me think of the whole, how do you eat an elephant? It's
One
one
bite
bite
at
at
a
a
time.
time.
Yeah, yeah. But where do you start?
Use anywhere. Pick
Anywhere?
something. Yep.
Yeah.
Just pick up something.
I think I would start with the ears.
That's very specific, Braden. It has
Well,
me
there's
thinking about how a snake like goes from the head first, and like what happens if you get to this point. Like, would you want to start at the tail? Would you want to start at the feet? Would you want to start at the trunk? Jeez,
well, and like, but
basically, you could say.
the ears are big, but they're thinner than the rest of the body. So I feel like that would be an indicator of like getting a lot done without having a lot of effort in it. It's like finding those. It's like vacuuming. You can
You're
start your.
attributing something to the ears.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, I mean, if eating the elephant is the task at hand, then the ears would be that would be the like the big broad thing, like dusting. You can dust your whole house,
What about the
and
trunk?
it's really hard. The trunk, that's like something that you have to do more like strong arming, like dishes. Dishes would be the trunk. hmm Yep, yep. And then vacuuming would be like the body or the tail, because it'd be the tail because it's like the last little thing that you do.
No, it's folding laundry. It's always
Folding
folding laundry.
folding laundry is a leg.
Ugh, I would think
Yeah.
that dishes would be a leg.
No,
Hmm.
dishes wouldn't be a leg. Not for Braden. I don't mind
Well,
dishes.
I don't feel like your struggle with dishes is the same as mine.
I can see that very
Mine is
clearly.
harder.
It's a leg for you. It's a trunk for me. Ah,
Yeah.
I love it. It's good stuff. Scrubbing out the tub. That's like a toenail. It's not a big thing to do, but it's a lot of effort.
If we're always trying to balance it all, what does it actually mean to balance it all? And
I
what if
think
balance
balancing
isn't about doing everything equally, but about choosing what needs your energy right now?
and
What does it mean to
recognizing
actually balance it?
recognizing recognizing that balance doesn't mean you have to hold everything. Sometimes
Oh,
it means setting
whoa.
some
Say
things
that
down.
again.
Sometimes it means setting things down. Things that are
Balancing it
important for
all
today.
doesn't
Put it
always
there.
mean holding it all. Woof.
Yeah.
Woof. Woof.
Hello, Iris. Hello, Lee
Ooh.
Oswald. What else do we have? Nicole
Lindsay.
Carlson. Lindsay.
Lisa's
Lisa.
here. Mm.
Lisa. Hmm.
Balancing it all sometimes doesn't mean holding it all. It doesn't mean you have to hold everything. Sometimes you have to set some stuff down.
Hmm.
Man, that is profound.
That
That
one
like
took me a
uses
long
some of
time to
my
realize.
guilt.
That one took me a long time to realize. That one kind of came as I was starting to structure the business and trying to build my click up. That was, I was trying to do all the things, make it fancy, get the fun writing in, get all my groups all together, or not my groups, my folders, and then build my Ko-Fi at the same time, on top of lifing and all the other things. Yeah, yeah. And then I was like, you know what? I don't need to hold on to this right now. I'll pick it up at another time. And then I felt more imbalanced, and I was like, huh, okay.
Yeah.
But there's also an art form to learning how to pick back up the things that you let go of because,
Yeah.
yeah, hmm just as big of a frustration. What about you,
Ooh.
Whitney? What have you been? What has been your struggle bus this week?
That's been the sitting in the fields, man. Sitting in the fields. It's okay to feel not okay. Ugh, I was without some medicine for a little bit, and I didn't want to admit that it wasn't the lack of medicine. I was just struggling to
Ooh,
regulate my feelings, is what I was telling myself.
okay.
And I was doing all the things I could to not feel the way that I feel.
Especially when you don't have medicine, and it's not like you're not intentionally using the medicine to step away from it, or you're using it as a coping mechanism, sure, but you're also giving yourself enough space to be able to work with the feelings that you're currently exploring or feeling, right? So, but when you don't have your medicine and it's right there in your face, and you don't have a way to
Between Bluetooth and now your audio's going in and out.
oh fuck, give me a second, man. My bad.
Oh, Brayden said a word.
There we go. Sorry, I had to turn on my
Much
car
better.
so I could keep my lights on, and then that kicked me over to Bluetooth.
Ah.
Oopsies. So yeah, sitting with your feelings without your medicine is always going to be harder because
Mm,
you don't have a way to be able to give yourself space from your feelings to be able to come back to them and address them.
yes. Yes, yes. And there was definitely the feeling of running away from the feeling. Like I just didn't want to feel that feeling anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it was almost like what is the word? It's not humanizing, giving human shape, human characteristics to the emotions, I guess.
I've never thought to do that. What's that look like?
Like the anxiety and I don't know, heavy feeling that I was experiencing, sitting with it and like pretending it has an actual face. I'm like, okay, I see you. You're
Oh,
here. I acknowledge you.
okay.
What would you like to say? And just
Wow.
acknowledge that it was happening was, like I said, acknowledging that I was feeling overwhelmed. instead of just continuing to try to push through and barrel over what was happening like it didn't exist.
Mm-hmm. I
Or like it
do
was a person
that.
in the room that I was ignoring.
I do something similar, but I don't give mine a face. I feel like it's words from Braden. I don't know how to put it, but so then I'm like, all right,
Like
Braden.
where at in your body?
Yeah, like, well, like, there is Braden there, and then there is me, right? And me is the
Mm-hmm.
conscious. You're going through your day. You're self-aware. You're doing the things. My feelings and my inner thoughts and my inspirations. Those are Braden. And sometimes we gotta have talks, right? So when I have the heavy feels, I'm like, all right, Braden, what is it that you're trying to tell me? And I treat myself as if it is a separate but same entity, if you will. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, same thing with the emotions.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
it doesn't get a
All right,
face. It just
anger.
like,
All right, anxiety. What do you got for me?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I hear you. You've been buzzing in my ear.
Mm. Gratitude is a
Yeah.
game changer. It does so much for you. It shifts your
Yeah.
emotional state in ways that are super beneficial. And it
And
doesn't
it is
feel like it
good.
at first.
It's like, all
But
right,
right.
acknowledging that it's there and there is a sense of gratitude towards it. Like, all right, yes, you are here. You matter. I see you. You're
Mm-hmm,
trying to tell me something and it's important and I need to listen. Otherwise, this is going to keep happening.
mm-hmm. And that feeling of
Like
relief
a flood.
when it's done is like, forward.
Yes. Yes. So when we talk about being strong, but how do we know when our strength is coming from love versus fear of falling apart?
And that's like a big thing I like to talk about because fear and love, they are such a similar feeling. But because I'm going to say it, because people don't have a very strong understanding of what love is until they start becoming self aware and start actually giving themselves love. We often will tie that love into an action, a fear based action. Like, for example, my mom, being a helicopter parent, she's doing it because she says she loves me. But there's this innate fear of failure. She doesn't want to see her child fail. She doesn't want to feel like a failure. So she's trying to take the proper steps to be able to mitigate or keep that from happening. Are you glitching?
Oh,
Am I glitching? I can hear you just fine.
right. Yeah, I can hear you just fine. But I can see on the computer that it does have its moments.
Okay.
I don't have
Is
the
anybody
volume
else
turned up on the
noticing the
computer.
glitchiness? Hello, Kari, Isabel.
Woo, 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 woo.
Whoop, whoop. Okay, well, I'm going to assume it's not glitchy anymore. But yeah, stepping into that whole recognizing that love and fear are very similar. And we normally justify our fear through love is a very common thing that people do. And you may do to
Right,
yourself.
right. Because I want to say that, love is different for everybody, but as you are coming to know yourself better and recognizing your own triggers and traumas and what you would like love to look like for you, you are also learning how to love yourself better. And, they always say you can't love somebody else if you don't love yourself. And there's so much truth in that because there's so much unhealed work that needs to be done on you so that you can love someone
Show
else
up.
in a healthy manner.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
So recognizing even the fear itself, whether it's a psychological fear or if it is a situational based fear, where you're responding from. I think that helps.
Where and why? Where you're responding from and why you're
Mm-hmm.
choosing to respond from that spot. Why it feels that's how it needs to happen. That's what I had to do with myself today. I had to be like, all right, Braden, I see you. I feel you. So,
And it's really hard to do that when you're also parenting,
we're working.
like
Yep.
emulating emotional regulation to your kids. Wow, you're still
In the
learning to
middle of it.
emotionally regulate yourself.
Yes.
Okay, all right, hold on. Mom is overwhelmed. Give me a minute. Mm,
Hour.
man,
I don't have to do that with my kids. I'd be like, Dad is at a 5 right now. And I really don't want to blow up. So I need you to give me like it so that I can work through this and we can talk. Sometimes I'm at a 5 because they're just crazy, wild, energetic beings that I just can't keep up with and it's overwhelming. Other times I just have so much going on. I can't give the attention or
shopping is one of those for me.
shopping used to be
Shopping.
like for me. Come a long way with
You
shopping
know,
with my
I don't
kids.
know. I don't know what your memories of shopping are, but my memories of shopping, poof. My father loved to window shop, and we would go to three different stores some of the times. So if we went shopping, it was like a 3 hour adventure. We were
My
going
parents are
through
the
all the
same.
aisles, and God forbid we ran into somebody that he knew.
That's how shopping was for me as a kid. Maybe not so much the running into somebody as, but like when we're going out, we might as well peruse the aisles and see what's what.
Wow, I have a really unhealthy relationship with shopping. And I only want to go to one store. If I have to go to two stores, okay, I can do that. If we're going to three stores, oh, I don't know. If we're going to four stores, it's going to be a whole day.
I had
It's
to
going to
go
be
to
a whole
four
day. I got to
different.
start off with like maybe a coffee, and then I'll need a break between stores to like breathe. And oh my gosh, I don't want to go to four stores. So if
That's
I have to
why.
go to the store, I want to hurry up, go in, and get out.
That's no
But
fun.
if it's just me and my husband, I want to window shop. I want to
So,
look.
huh.
I want to go to the lawn and garden section and see what their seasonal decor is. I want to go to the little aisle where like all the books and stuff come out,
So
where they
what's the
have
difference?
decorations set up. Oh, my daughter just said favoritism under her breath over there. You think it's
Well,
favoritism?
a little bit of it is you know that when you're going with your hubby, he's not sitting there asking you for everything under the moon or wanting to have a conversation with you while you're perusing, if you will. Like
And the
kids.
level of anxiety is different. That man is my calm.
Mm,
So it's a relationship thing. It's something we're supposed to do. I'm out with my man. He's on my arm. But when I'm
uh,
with the kids, it's like, okay, we need to get these things. Everybody's going to want something, and then at a certain point, they're going to be hungry. So we need to get up and hurry up and get out of the store so that I can go home and make food because they're going to be, I'm hungry. I want this. I want this. I want this. Like, oh, but we got to make sure we do things, and we also don't want it to be not fun. So we have to stop at certain things so we can look at them.
But like, you don't have to stop. You get to stop, and you'll have plenty of time to get them home.
Right.
It's not like they starve if they go without, even though they're hungry. And
But
like,
then with the
so
kids, there's a clock ticking.
there's
We
only
gotta
a clock
stop that
ticking if
ticking
you think
clock.
there's a clock ticking.
There
Tell
is
you
there
what,
there is my go
no,
out there. I have to get home before dinner time.
no,
There's a
you
6 o'clock,
you
7 o'clock dinner time that I'm trying to make.
you
Oh, I'm
don't,
putting them up on there on myself when we're.
you don't.
I
You're putting your own time parameters on,
am. Yeah,
especially
that's why I said I have
can
an unhealthy relationship with shopping. I'm realizing this. I
can I
got
ask, like,
traumas, daughter.
do you have a consistent dinner schedule,
No,
or is it more
I
just like
try
whenever
to
you're
do
hungry?
it between 6 and 9.
Okay, so if you've
Try to
got that
squeeze dinner
window,
in there.
then you've got all the time in the world when you're going shopping to get back home, because there is no set schedule that your kids are used to eating at and demand that it be that way, or else all hell breaks loose. Like, yeah. hmm And here's the beauty of it. Like, you've got kids that can push the cart and not run into things. And even if they do, they're big enough to be able to pick it all back up. So, like, who cares? Let them push the
Right,
cart. Let them
right.
look and do the things. And then you can peruse and do whatever you want while they're. You can give them the grocery list and be like, go find the things. Come find me when you're done. They're at that
We were
age.
having a conversation about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
ever remember getting lost in the store when your parents were shopping?
No, it didn't happen very often.
No?
No. I think it's happened like maybe twice, and both under the age of 5. But yeah. One time it was in a JC Penney's, and I went and hid for my mom in the clothes racks, and I
Oh,
thought I'd been
no.
real funny. And I was getting ready to like jump out and scare her, and then I jumped out and there was nobody there, so I got scared. And I was like, well, I guess I gotta go to one of the cashiers and say I'm missing my mom, and then I found her right as I got to the cashier. So,
Oh, there's that
or
sinking feeling of incredible fear when you realize you have no idea where they're at. And you
you're not
really hope
wrong.
they didn't leave you. You really
That
hope you don't have
happens.
to walk home because you don't
That
know how
happens
to
to me.
walk home.
That happens to me when I take my kids to the park. I always forget what they're wearing the first 3 times I look for them because I'm not conscious of what they chose to wear. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, did I lose one of my kids? Yeah. Like, how am I going to explain this? Like, where are they at? Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? And then I find them. I'm like, oh, okay. Pink shirt, white pants, yellow dress with teal leggings. All right. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah.
I have half a mind to do those
Mhm.
temporary tattoos and slap them on their forearms so I can pick them out of a crowd. Like the big
I've
black tribal
had
ones.
some fun ideas on how to, um, I don't know, things that you could do in like big festivals or when you're going to fair events or if you're traveling abroad, ways to make it easier to find your people,
Right.
planning ahead of time. Super cool. And now they have like these cute little like light up discs that you can give each other and wear as a necklace, and then it'll beep and point in the direction of your
Yeah.
other party.
That's so
Yes.
cool.
Ugh. We were
That's
going to
so
a
even.
music festival and we had half a mind to order them. Like that's just above and beyond. We can do this old fashioned way. We're adults.
Marco.
Right.
I do that with my kids in the in the store. If they get lost, they'll start yelling Marco. I find them.
That's a scared time. A scared time to think about losing people or feeling lost.
I'm saying, indubitably.
So why do we feel guilty protecting our peace? And how can we shift that story when we're setting boundaries with people? So I like to remind people that setting boundaries is a way for you to present the best version of you. The best me can show up if my boundaries that I've taken the time to figure out are respected, then I am the best me that I can possibly be. But when you start crossing those boundaries, then it's like, okay, hold on. I don't like that. Either I'm going to get real upset and I'm going to clam up, or you're going to cross one of those other boundaries that's like a mine and you trip it. And I'm like, oh, no, get back.
I think for me, it's learning. It was learning how to not care about how other people react. Because here's the thing. They're going to react, right? Whether it's through a response or an emotional trigger, and then that lets you know where they're at. And once you know where they're at, then you know how to start navigating that conversation towards understanding, right? But like if you don't ever say anything, then you're never going to know how they feel about what you say, and they're never going to know how you feel about what they're doing, what they're saying, what situations are being brought into play, you know? So it finally was more of a like, if I care too much, I'm not going to be able to come to understanding. But if I don't care about how they react, or rather, I'm not going to take that on as my own weight, it will allow me to see where they're at, and then we can have the discussion. We can address the things. Everybody can feel
Mm-hmm.
heard, you know, and then everybody, more often than not, it turns out to be a good thing, and people are like happy. Every now and then, somebody gets their feelings hurt, and it stays that way because understanding couldn't be found. And that's a bummer when that happens, but yeah.
Yes, we did that. We did that one live. I liked the title that we had for it. Confrontation turns into
Oh,
connection.
confrontation is an invitation to conversation,
It's a conversation, but it can lead to connection.
which leads
So
to connection.
yes, yes.
Indubitably.
It's an opportunity missed if you don't say something.
Right? And it's an opportunity missed on both sides. And then you're like not giving the person their own voice when you aren't speaking your mind, when you're not having the
Yeah,
conversations. They don't get to be a
yeah,
part of that conversation. You've already decided it for them, and then you're getting upset or you're ghosting them. And there are situations where that is more appropriate, and you know when those are. But overall,
right.
with the people that you care about, that you want in your life, like those conversations should happen.
Exactly, exactly.
Boom. Ah, yeah, I think I left my water bottle at the job site.
Do you have anything that you've been working on yet throughout the rest of the week? Anything specific that was coming to your mind?
That I'm working on.
Yeah,
I really,
you know, we're like, what is it? We're about a week out for this vendor show, and it's like crunch time and gathering, and my personal life has just been going crazy.
I,
It's been
yeah, I need to
busy.
get on the ball with my expo stuff. I have nothing. Uh, I still got to finish doing my pumpkin or my gift bags. I gotta get some kind of signage. I've got to get a QR code. I've got to finish building my speech, whatever they call it, for the expo.
Ugh. Oof.
Yeah, I got a lot. I got to get the decorations. Friday's
Yeah,
gonna be
it's
a
just
big day.
it's been exciting. It's been exciting.
My gosh, I gotta talk to my grandma about.
About ooh, he went away. It sounds like he's got to talk to his grandma right now. Woof woof. Well, what'd you do, Brayden? We lost him. Are we gonna get him back, Brayden? Brayden. Wow. Um, I think we were gonna close up anyways, Brayden. So we've got a lot going on with the vendor show. I'm teasing things with my mother, Lisa. She will be in town next week. So next week we may or may not be having a live. With the vendor show coming up, I would like to give us some room. Either I'm going to have my mother, Lisa, visit, and we will chit chat live with her. So if you want to come and ask my mother some questions, maybe about what it was like to raise me, um, we might do that. But depending if that happens or not, um, we'll just give us some cushion and wait until the week after our vendor show when we can come back and tell you all about it, how it went. Maybe have some new members in the group from doing our networking out in Helena. Da, 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 da. So, yes, with everything that we've covered tonight, talking about feelings and working through emotional regulation and sitting with feelings, remember, progress does not always look pretty. Progress is not always pretty. It's dirty. It's messy. We are humans. Living is messy. Uh, but progress is progress. A step is a step. The goal isn't to fix everything all at once. It's to honor where you are, to feel good where you are, and to take the next small step from there. I am allowed to rest. I can be soft and still be strong. I don't have to carry everything just to be worthy. Sometimes balancing doesn't mean holding everything. So drop one word in the chat that describes where you're feeling emotionally tonight. There's no right or wrong, just be honest. We're going to hold space. If I had one word for how I'm feeling tonight, I'd say floating. Things don't feel as heavy as they used to. I sat with the emotions that were overwhelming, and I admitted to myself that I was overwhelmed. It is Wednesday night. I made it through the whole day. I got all my errands done. I did all the things. I fed the kids. I did my live. I feel like I'm floating. I can go into Thursday. Curious what it has to hold. Optimistic. Love that, Lee. Glad you're feeling optimistic. So thanks for spending your evening here with us tonight. Thanks for showing up for yourself, for trusting us to hold the space for you. Take the softness with you into the rest of your week. May you find your center and remember, even in the chaos, there's always a way back home to yourself. Good night. Thanks for joining.